People inherently stereotype. People inherently get annoyed.
What's up, guys? Here we are in downtown El Paso. Obviously, Antifa, we heard that they supposedly canceled their siege at the border. Smart move on their behalf.
Call yourself Antifa and dressed in masked black. You're fooling yourselves thinking you can declare, well, I'm one of the good ones.
You can call them anarchists, you can call them Antifas or black bloc people. They were dressed up, covered up, and they were up to no good. I can tell you they were simply here looking for a fight.
We heard Antifa was coming down here to do their little 10-day siege. And lo and behold, come all the way out here to El Paso, and there are no shows.
It's to be expected of these people. Lately, I guess the situations have been going down with them in Portland.
Antifa and its enemies clashed once again over the weekend in Portland, Oregon. Newly obtained video shows just how violent things got. Pretty remarkable.
And obviously the Huntington Beach situation, I don't know, I think they're falling apart from the seams on within, creating the chaos and still getting beat up and all of that crazy stuff. I think that they just backed out. And so I think that's a good thing, and I think that's just a progress that I can vouch for. You know, the reality is coming to light and people are starting to wake up to it. So I think they're just starting to back into their corner and back into their hole and where they should be. Hopefully they get their mind right. That's the whole point.
You're the Nazi. Antifa. You're the Nazi. You're the very people subjugating other people. It's disgusting. You guys don't give any opportunity for free speech.
Yeah.
You go around demonizing people, and the only language they know is systemic racism. It's like it's in their brain, and it's almost sad because it's like 1985. They've already accepted 2 + 2 = 5. Yeah.
My safe space.
As we're doing this, walking downtown El Paso, we're going to be asking people questions, how they feel about Trump, the situation that's going on down here at the border. Give the people a platform and give the people a voice, and that's the point.
We got smiles.
Oh yeah.
Smiling. So I saw her smiling from across the way.
Es que se me hace muy bonito, digo, mira como si estuviéramos volviendo a la época de antes.
She
Qué
feels it's very,
hermoso.
very pretty, very beautiful, and it looks like it gives the impression that it's like we're going back to the old school days where cowboys used to actually ride up and down these streets.
I think right now the country, we need major change. I like about Trump that he's not your typical politician.
Me and my mom are both conservative Republicans. It was my mom's first. Actually, my mom last time voted for Obama, but as things were kind of going around, you know what?
That's okay, he tricked a lot of people.
You can't say it, but you know it's true.
I'm going to give you an example. A lot of people like Obama. When he talks about deportation, Obama says it in a way which typically sounds nicer.
It doesn't make much sense to yell at me right now when we're making changes.
But he deported more people than Trump, and people never said anything about that.
And then if you have disagreements, then you can work through all the immigrants' rights organizations that we work with to try to address some of your concerns.
I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
But see, since Trump says things how they are, people get offended.
We cannot afford to be so politically correct anymore. We will honor the American people with the truth and nothing else.
So I'd rather somebody tell me things how they are than for somebody to be sugar-coated. Exactly.
She turned around, man, and you won't see a more staunch Hispanic conservative defend Trump than Mom right here. And she's a great conservative, really, a good voice for Trump in the spoken word of Spanish.
Democrats make it seem like Hispanics can't support President Trump.
Well, that's the stupidest thing because they're always saying that Trump is a racist, right? That's their biggest attack. So how come you're looking at my race when it comes down for me to voting for Trump? So it's really hypocritical that you look at my race when it comes down for me voting for Trump.
So they're being racist in even saying
Exactly.
I'm a Mexican American. A lot of people will probably think about me as, oh, he's a Democrat, he's a liberal. No, you gotta have your heart, your political mind, your mental mind, and to think what this country is about. The American people will come first once again.
People inherently stereotype. People inherently get annoyed.
To the Latinos, think about it. Think about it. There's a lot of political liars who are presenting their wrong agenda. The wrong agenda is government handouts. It can't be like that in this country.
That's right.
You have to work hard for the things that you have to do.
My message is that things have to change, and they have to change right now.
And nobody sits there and challenges them and says, bro, I'm sorry to tell you, we need more black conservatives out there going out there and taking the fight to these people and telling them you're full of shit, stop being a little baby and grow up. You know what? Because life's not so hard in America. It's beautiful here. Look, man, we're in the, you're walking a horse here. For Pete's sake, there's not some Mexicans coming down, chasing your ass down. How dare you?
Next 4 years, El Paso strong.
From 2020.
That's right, baby.
Being here and living here daily, do you think that upping the border security would benefit our country? Do you think it's a good thing what he's doing with the wall? How do you feel about that? And how do you think it's been affecting El Paso?
Just had that shooting. Like just yesterday we even had that Odessa shooting too. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's all like because of the racism. You know what I mean? A lot of people say it's not, but I mean, come on, if you really think about it, I mean, it really is about racism. So, and that's what he's been making it basically. So,
do you believe President Trump is a racist?
Yeah, no question.
You think Trump is a racist?
Well, basically, you know what I mean? He's obviously saying he's not because it's for his benefit. You know what I mean? I think so. I don't know, but
We must immediately suspend immigration from any nation that has been compromised by terrorism until such time as proven vetting mechanisms have been put in place. We don't want them in our country.
And on top of that, do you agree, though, that we need to have some type of border security? If not, then we would have an influx of terrorism. We would have an influx of disease. Do you agree with that? Does that make sense, though?
I mean, it makes sense. But
You have a lock on your house, on your door, when you go to sleep at night?
I mean, I'm from Chicago, so of course.
I'm from Miami, so yeah. But we need that sense of security. Yeah, next year I will be, yes. The reason is, well, why not, though? That's the question.
Obama should be back president.
But did you know that he's the one that created the cages and started separating families at the border? Did you know that?
And with that, I just have two more words to say. Obama out.
Should we be able to have security? Should people come in legally? Or do you think it's okay that they come across illegally?
¿Usted piensa que la gente debe entrar legalmente o usted está bien que entre la gente ilegalmente como lo han estado haciendo?
Legalmente.
Legally. She says she wants them to come in legally.
So what should we do with them when they come across illegally?
Cuando ellos entran ilegalmente, ¿usted qué piensa que es la solución? ¿Qué debe pasar con ellos?
Pues yo pienso que tienen que hacer esperar como su turno.
She feels that they should have to wait their turn.
Porque si ellos quieren pasar a la de ellos
because
ya,
if they just want to cross just because when they want and how they want it,
cuando ellos ya quieran arreglar bien, no se va a
when
poder.
they want to finally fix their papers and do things right, it's going to be impossible for them.
We are going to have an immigration system that works, but one that works for the American people. We are going to build a great border wall to stop illegal immigration.
Ask her how she feels about Trump signing that law that the families won't be separated.
I consider it to be a very important executive order. It's about keeping families together while at the same time being sure that we have a very powerful, very strong border.
Ay, qué bonito, es la noticia más bonita que puedo oír, porque es mucha tristeza.
She says that's the best news she's heard all day, and then that's very good. That it's very sad for kids to be separated from their parents, but she feels it's all right. If they're going to be held in detention, at least they'll be with their parents.
Pura tristeza.
That it is still regardless really sad.
Pura tristeza.
What about the family, the ones that are bringing children over? Border Patrol says about 1/3 of them are being smuggled over. They're not actually their parents.
No, eso es un contrabando.
No, that's contraband. That's human trafficking, she says.
So
There's an influx of human trafficking going on right now. Many of the explanations around this phenomenon are related to drug violence increasing in Mexico. Probably the more secured areas, given the current policies of the government that try to increase security in the border, make it more difficult to access those areas. Make it more difficult to access those areas. Make it more difficult to access those areas. So human traffickers try to find different routes, probably more difficult to coming in, but also less surveillance going on in those areas.
You have a door when you go to sleep at night, you lock your house, right? for security, right?
Yeah.
Because you just don't want anybody running in. So do you think that we should do that with our borders, or do you think he's doing the right thing with that? Because it does stop a lot of terrorism and people coming through like that. If it was
Well, I guess
free.
you can try to do that and see how the United States, maintains with just the people with us, because
Well, he's not stopping immigration because there's still people coming in through their green cards the right process. He's talking about the ones that are like jumping over the the border illegally. Do you think that they should at least be following the law and doing the right way?
Well, most of them do, bro. Honestly, I think the ones that are actually jumping here illegally are the ones that are actually following the most law because they don't want to get caught up trying to go back. You know what I mean?
Oh, I get what you're saying. Like after the fact of them getting here, they don't get in trouble as much. Yeah. I get what you're saying. But do you think he's doing the right thing though with putting up a border wall?
Not really, because he's wasting a lot of money, bro.
What do you think about the attack that we see from the left, in particular here, Veronica Escobar and Beto, Robert Francis, and then you've got AOC.
The president should not be asking for more money to an agency that has systematically violated human rights. The president should be really defending why we are funding such an agency at all.
They're attacking the Border Patrol, President Trump calling him racist, blaming the shooting.
It's just intellectually dishonest. It's weak.
Right now, what we are seeing is death. Right now, what we are seeing is the violation of human rights.
This is the legacy of Hillary Clinton. Death, destruction, terrorism, and weakness.
I mean, it's like the caricature of just like you're a Nazi or you're this, and quite frankly, it's like them calling the kettle black. You know what I mean? They just isolate, demean, use words like you're a racist or this or that, and it's really the lowest form of just like, well, I can't debate you, so I might as well just resort to like petty insults.
This is systematic, it is wrong, and it is anti-American.
I think it's really disgusting that people like Beto use the blood of the innocent people for their campaign.
I'm incredibly saddened, and it is very hard to think about this.
I think that's something that's a big no-no, especially because in the community, even if you're not a Trump supporter here in the community, there was a sense of gatherness. And for somebody to just come and use the blood of the innocent people for their political purposes, that makes me sick.
We're turning our backs, not just on these people, but on our best traditions. We're causing suffering.
How are you on gun control? Do you think it's the guns that are the problem or the people that are pulling the triggers?
Well, a gun cannot kill if you don't press it. So It's the people. It has to be the people. I'm disabled, and I have no way to protect my family. So if somebody breaks into my house, I have no way to protect them physically. So I need to have a gun in my house because I cannot protect them physically. How am I going to protect my people, my family, if you take my guns away?
This is a very personal issue for me because every day we wait, more people are dying all around America, roughly 100 a day. And so enough is enough. I put out the boldest plan because I'm determined not to let the NRA or the corporate gun lobby dictate this debate.
How many people that don't have a license drive? How many people that are not supposed to do it still do it? Because if you're a criminal, you're not going to follow the law. So if you could have the biggest restrictions on guns, and there's always going to be a way for them to get hold of it, even if they're banned.
We must act now to end our country's gun violence epidemic.
Right now, you have the greatest opportunities for Hispanics and blacks that you've had in years. Why? Because there's more money and more opportunities for these people. And quite frankly, these people need jobs. And these people, and the people that need jobs, like me and my mom's self, we need workers. It's not a matter of left or right. It's a matter of up or down. What matters? You know, what's going to elevate the American people to greatness other than, you know what? Let's just keep thieving your pocket. Let's just keep giving to the coffers. How can we create an Overton window, a Hegelian dialectic, and give people false, like, well, here, it's either this or that. It's either rotten grapes or rotten tomatoes. Which one do you want? And it doesn't have to be that way.
Oh, wait.
Come in legally.
You're a supporter of Donald Trump?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm with the wrong people
then.
then.
No, we're friends. So to find out what people think and why they think it, respectful dialogue.
Because you don't notice that everything that's been going on is because of him.
So I don't think so. I think they blame him.
Why?
I think a lot of what's going on is because evil in the world because of what Democrats
Because of
are doing.
him.
No,
Democrats.
Do you believe in God?
Yes.
Can you name one thing that Beto O'Rourke has done for this community?
Nothing at all.
Okay, thank
So
you.
you don't like Beto either?
Tampoco.
Okay, good.
You know what? I'm gonna be president. I'm gonna be president one day, right?
So let me. Can we agree on this? We need God back in our country.
Can I have a horsey ride? Yeah.
We need God back in our country.
Yes.
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 Democrats
That's
don't want.
for sure.
We need God. Common ground. God back in our country.
Yes.
Will you pray for President Trump?
Yes. You know why?
All right.
Honestly, yeah, because I mean, everybody needs Jesus. And
Amen.
What about,
Amen.
What about this question? What about gun rights? Do you believe that we should have the right to bear arms to protect our
Hell yeah, sir.
So
I need
so
one.
you
I
can't,
need
you can't
one
be a
too.
Democrat.
Be a Democrat then.
Well,
You can't be a
no,
Democrat.
I can, because you know what?
They're trying to take our guns.
They're trying to take the guns.
Okay, so.
Do you think it's okay to abort babies even one day before they're born?
No.
Okay.
You
so
can't
you're
be a
not
Democrat.
I'm not saying I'm a Democrat. I'm me. I'm
Okay.
I'm
So you don't like President Trump, but you also don't like Democrats.
I don't like Trump. I am Roxana Escarce. This is how I feel.
You can't get any realer than that, guys. And that's the point.